back, everyone. I hope you've all had a nice lunch, and not to mention, did you see all the games there were?
Well, I sure did, Stacy, and I absolutely loved it.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you've all had fun with it as much as we did. Once again, thanks to our event sponsors, Zyrax, SMM, Faunia Rancher, Biznet, Telkomsel, and DigiKids, and to all our media partners, Kompas TV, Telios TV, Atoh.com, Hot Game, Sigma, Click Game, Game Station, and Kompas.com for making it all possible. Zyrax Indonesia is the original computer manufacturer which has been producing products since 1996. There is a wide selection of products such as notebook, netbook, tablet PC, all-in-one PC, PC desktops, nettops, servers, and handphones. In addition to offering affordable and quality products, Zyrax also offers a service that also qualified. With the support of 65 service centers in various regions in Indonesia, you do not have to worry about choosing Zyrax products. Zyrax, pride of Indonesia. Well, we still have another 2 more exciting sessions with our incredible guest speakers. And of course, by the end of the seminars, a door prize will be drawn for our lucky winners audience, and not to mention the winners of Proto Wars.
I wonder who? Our third session will now begin with a talk by the Executive Vice President of Cyber Agent America, Mr. Toshi Michi Namba, whose experience lies in the area of social game development and operation. Interestingly, Mr. Namba took studies at Gajah Mada University right here in Indonesia. One of Cyber Agent's business segment is called Amoeba. For those who don't already know, Amoeba is the #1 blog service in Japan. Now, please welcome Mr. Namba on stage.
Selamat siang, saudara-saudara. Nama saya Toshi dari Cyber Agent. Pasti makan sudah kenyang, tapi jangan tidur ya sampai sore ini. So, saya pernah tinggal di Yogyakarta 10 tahun yang lalu baru kembali ke sini lagi. Saya sangat bahagia dan saya mau terima kasih sama Jonathan, Chris, sama semua staff dan audiens. Is it working? Oh, yeah. So, ini adalah agenda hari ini, tapi bahasa saya sudah kurang bagus, jadi saya mau pakai Inggris, tidak apa-apa ya. Sorry. So, first half of my presentation, I would like to introduce about Cyber Agent, who we are. It might be a little boring because it's not related to gaming, but another half, I will talk about Pico World, which has been pretty popular in Indonesia, and how I will talk about how we expanded this business to international market. So, quick introduction. My name is Toshimichi Namba, and I'm EVP of Cyber Agent America. I'm the graduate of Ritsmaker University, and while that period, I studied at Gajah Mada University in Sastra, Indonesia. And I also worked at Jakarta Shimbun, which is Koran Jepang, sebagai wartawan. After that, I went back to Japan 10 years ago and entered this company, Cyber Agent. So I was working at the agency department for 4 years as account planner and manager. So I was selling advertisement to all the advertisers. And then I moved into United States in 2007 and established a subsidiary down there in 2008. Right now, I'm in charge of this social game called Pico World. And we were targeting at United States for the first place, but we saw some there's more user coming from Southeast Asian countries. So I went back to Japan in 2010, and right now I'm spending more time in Asian countries like Vietnam and of course Indonesia. So quick brief about CyberAgent. So the company was established in 1998, and we went public in 2000. So we have 5 offices in Japan, and worldwide we have offices in US, China, Vietnam, and just launched Indonesia and Taiwan. So there's 4 main business sectors in our company. 1 is advertising agency, 2 is internet media, 3 is social gaming, and 4 venture capital business. So we are actually #1 internet advertising agency in Japan. So there was a huge merge with #2 ad agency and the third, and in 2009 we were beaten by them, but we made it back to #1 in 2010. So when we say advertising agency, we go to advertisers and we sell like Yahoo, Google, and a lot of advertisement to them and help them create the creative as well as do the media planning for them. So we have this blog media called Amoeba blog. So this is largest blog social media in Japan, which is ranked in top 10 most visited website. So as you can see in the picture, we have a lot of celebrities writing on our blog, which has been a differentiation factor in this industry. But although we have 33 billion page views, for first like 4 or 5 years, we couldn't monetize because only by setting advertisement. So we decided to enter a social gaming market. And in 2008, we started to develop games, and the one we made is this virtual world called Amoeba Pig. So what you can do here is you can chat with your friends, and also you can do something like farming, casino gaming, and fishing. And this game has reached already 10 million registered users, and astonishingly, we already have 7.5 million US dollars per month sales within only in Japan. So what we did was, there's this Amoeba blog, so we pulled all the users from there to social games. So it's kind of, people usually start from social game, but we started from media and entered to the gaming industry. So we make a lot of mobile games as well. And for the mobile games, we're working with like Mobile Game, Mixi, and Gree. And we are doing pretty well in this industry too. So we've been working a lot with Mobile Game to extend our service internationally as well, like United States. So some of people might be a little interested about venture capital as well, because you might be raising your money as well, right? So we are specialized into internet industry, and mainly focusing in Asia right now. So as you can see, we have track record of exit of Mixi, DNA, and recently Uno, one of the mobile gaming publisher, has been bought by Zynga and become Zynga Japan. So these are the other group businesses. So uniqueness of our company is we don't do any M&As. So we usually develop service by ourselves and make it successful. So by means of that, we, how do I say, when this new industry comes out, we are pretty confident of us, by ourselves getting in that industry and make that business successful. So this is our approach to Indonesian market. MicroAd Indonesia has been doing internet advertising agency here in Jakarta. So we already have this largest Facebook advertising sales in Indonesian market. And for the venture capital business, we just entered end of last year. And we are going to, we have a plan to invest up to $8 million US to up to like 6 to 8 companies. So if you have like, great team and great business, you have to talk to them. And Pico World, which is virtual world service, we already have 1.4 million subscribers only in Indonesia. So we set Indonesia as a strategic area for focus in 2012. So from here, I would like to talk about Pico World. So this is quick history about the service. So in 2008, end of 2008, Facebook opened its API. And at the same time, Amoeba Pig has launched. And within like 2 or 3 months, it's been pretty popular in Japan. So at the same year, end of that year, we decided to make it playable on Facebook with English. So the launch of Amoeba Pico was 2010. Actually, we changed the name Amoeba Pico to Pico World because it's easy to understand. And at the end of 2011, we already have 4.8 million registration users. And actually, last month, we opened the service with Bahasa Indonesia as well. So this is some sample of what we did for localization. So we changed the language, of course, and we changed the name of pig to Pico because, pig sounds like, animal pig, right? And I'm pretty sure that, Islamic culture wouldn't like the name. And we also changed the character name, additional facial patterns, and, added more colors and those eye colors, so it fits to all the ethnicities. And actually, because you guys are developing games, our server is located in United States, and we're using Amazon for that. And I think for Indonesia, Philippines, and Thailand, and of course US and Japan, it really works. But for Vietnam and China, China of course they have this Great Firewall, but Vietnam they also has some kind of limitation to external server. We have to put server in that country. So this is pretty interesting number, I would say. So 26% of our user is coming from Indonesia somehow. Actually, we didn't do any advertisement, but people love our service. Actually, I calculated the number this morning, and I found that 30% of our user is already Indonesia, so people really love it. And I think this is a pretty interesting number too. ARPU is, maybe somebody may not know what ARPU means, so it's average revenue per user. And let's say if US user pay 100%, actually Indonesia user and Philippine user start to pay like 45%. But in 2011, it was around 20%. And at early this, like somewhere around March, maybe it has grown to 45%. So I feel that the economy of Indonesia is really growing fast, and people started to pay to our service, and of course for virtual world goods. And I see a lot of kids visiting Warnet, and they spending their money to game as well. So I think this is a really good timing to enter this market. Not only US or Japan, but this market is also I feel really potential into it. So this is some demographic of Pico World. So mainly, the user is mainly 16 to 24. And I feel that, US user is around tend to be younger. They say, the character is too cute for them. But, Indonesia and Philippine users say, hey, I like it because, I think there's some kind of cultural fit. And because we, Asian people has grown with anime and manga, right? So they are kind of used to be those kind of cute characters. So these are the various avatar clothes, and we are always releasing 600 plus items per month, which is our strength of our operation. We have more than like 10 illustrators writing our clothes and also the furnitures. So this is the image of the user's room. They can decorate the room by themselves, and astonishingly, even us couldn't imagine user will make the room like this, but they really enjoy making the room, as well as it's become one of our big hit contents for us, because the user make the room by themselves, and all other users will visit their room and say, hey, you guys are great, and that will become the new communication for them. So some people might be interested in what sells most. So as you can see, clothing and furniture makes 80% of our revenue. And when I say action, so you can purchase action like in 50 cents. If you purchase one, your avatar can like laugh. If you purchase another item, you can like be angry, or even you can dance. So for Indonesia, we are working with micro ad for local promotion, and we are under planning, so I can't talk details about that today. But for the local payment, we are working with Indomog and Game On and Gudang Voucher, which will be launching in 11th of June. And Bapak Wawan here today, he always give me a really good advice, and he's from Gudang Voucher. So if you have anything to understand, maybe you should contact them. So yeah, so for local partner, we only been working with them, and for the platform-wise, we're using Facebook. So I feel that's pretty enough for this market. But if there's any potential partner we should work to, please contact myself from Facebook or from my email. There's a lot of my users being sending me the invite from Facebook.